Hey guys, so as you know, the festive season is upon us, and me and Holly thought we would take it upon ourselves to teach you guys how to make these incredible festive drinks, because if you've been into any coffee shop over the last kind of month, you know the coffee shops love making these incredible festive beverages, and we're going to teach you how to make them at home. Before we get into the details of how we actually make the flavorings for the coffees, first of all we need to talk about the coffee itself. Now, everyone has their own separate ways of how they like their coffee, such as how strong they like it, how milky they like it, and even like what types of milk to use. So for us, for instance, we are going to be using Oatly, which is an oat milk, to make it dairy free, but obviously you can use any types of milk. You can use coconut milk, normal cow's milk, whatever milk is your preference. So we've actually got our very own espresso machine which can actually froth our milk for us. And if you don't have a machine, you can literally just fill your mug up about halfway, throw it into the microwave, not literally throw it, put it into the microwave and put it in there for about a minute to heat the milk up. So now let's talk about coffee. We are actually going to be using our very own branded coffee, and coffee is all to do with preference, how strong you like it, how weak you like it. But one thing to remember is, because we're using like half a cup of milk, it will be slightly watered down, it won't be as strong. So you might want to make your coffee slightly stronger because you're adding so much milk. For our coffees today, we are going to be using an espresso machine.
And now we can get onto the fun bit, which is actually making the flavourings and the syrup for our coffee, and our first one is a salted caramel latte. So you could just go and buy your own salted caramel syrup, but where is the fun in that? So I'm going to show you how to make your very own salted caramel syrup, and the main ingredient is just sugar.
Add 5 or 6 tablespoons of sugar and 3 or 4 tablespoons of water. You can always add more if you want more syrup. Heat it up slowly and keep stirring it, making sure it doesn't burn. It should start to simmer and start to thicken.
So now we've taken it off the heat and let it cool down slightly, and it should be starting to thicken up. This is where you can add your salt and your cream. We are using a non-dairy oat cream, but you can use any cream you like.
So once cooled slightly, add your pinch of salt, 3 or 4 tablespoons of cream, and stir it all together.
Okay, so now we've finished making the salted caramel. You need to add about a tablespoon into your mug, then add your coffee and your milk.
Finish it off with another drizzle of syrup, add a few edible decorations, and maybe a little bit more syrup.
So our second coffee is a gingerbread latte, and we start this exactly the same way as the salted caramel latte. Just add sugar and water into a saucepan, heat it up slightly, then as soon as the sugar's melted, take it off the heat.
Add a pinch of ground ginger and cinnamon, and then stir it all together.
So as easy as that, we've made our very own gingerbread syrup. All you have to do now is add a tablespoon or 2 into your mug, then add your coffee and your milk.
We made a festive stencil out of some paper and sprinkled more cinnamon on top. We then added some festive hundreds and thousands.
So our third and final drink we're going to show you is a peppermint mocha, and this is probably the easiest one out of the 3.
Pour in your coffee and add a heaped teaspoon of hot chocolate powder and stir it. Now add a small splash of peppermint flavouring. Now add your milk and stir it all together.
So basically everything up until now has been dairy free to make it all completely vegan, but you can't have a peppermint mocha without a little bit of whipped cream on it.
And finish it off by adding some festive edible decorations.
I think we can actually say we have nailed the peppermint mocha. And there we go, a super simple way to make your very own festive drinks at home. And if you guys do give it a go, or you make other concoctions like these bad boys, please send us pictures to our social medias, as me and Holly would love to know what you can come up with. And if you guys didn't know, we are daily vloggers, and you can look up behind the scenes of today's video. Link is in the description, and I think that's pretty much...
Your cream is dripping.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of the video. Really hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. If you have, please leave a big fat thumbs up on today's video. Share it around to get your friends to make these bad boys as well. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, and you can follow us to make more of these random videos. So until next time, cheers. Cheers, Holly.
Now everything's dripping.